Alright, this is my 2020 3DS collection. Oh, my nose itches. I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button also. Share with your friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment. Ask me a question or comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below and you will be notified when I go live. Or upload another video. I have 11 games here for the 3DS. Not very many at all. Eventually I will add to it. So here we go. The first game, Epic Mickey, Power of Illusion. This is actually a third game in this series. I think the first two were on the Wii, and I think the second game was on the Wii U, and they decided to do a third game on the 3DS. Because the first two games were more like traditional action-adventure platformers, and this game is more like of a side-scroller, but it is pretty good. It's a lot different than the first two, but it still is good though. Next is a game that gets a lot of hate. I don't play it all that much, but sometimes I do want to play it. Paper Mario Sticker Star. I mean, the reason why it gets so much hate is because of the sticker mechanic in the game, and yeah, that's what I hear and read about all the time why people hate this game so much. I mean, it's okay. I do want to get back to it though. But I played just a little bit of it. Next is a fantastic Mario game on the 3DS. Super Mario 3D Land. There's another game in the series that has a title very similar to this, and that's Super Mario 3D World. Well, that's on the Wii U for now, unless we get a port on Switch. But this is 3D Land, and this right here is a fantastic Mario 3DS game. It's really, really good. It's like basically a traditional Mario game. It's almost like it's trying to be a 3D platformer. That's pretty much what it is, basically. On the 3DS, it's a really good game. Highly recommend it. I actually beat it all the way through. Same goes with this game, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I know in another region out there, this is called Luigi's Mansion 2, but over here, this is called Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I really enjoyed this one. It actually built upon the first game in the series, which was on the GameCube, and they decided for the sequel to be on the 3DS. And they changed up the mechanics a little bit, added new mechanics in, and I thought it was fantastic. Really, really great. Awesome game in the series. Really enjoyed it. So, good game. And of course, I got a third game on the Switch. Next game, I need to finish beating it. I'm at the very end of it, I believe. It's The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds, which is basically a sequel to The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo, which I also own. Fantastic game. I love the mechanic in this game where you could turn into a painting and slide across the walls and get through cracks in the walls and get into places that you normally wouldn't be able to do unless you were a painting on the wall. And it's fantastic, beautiful game. Really good. Awesome Zelda game. Another awesome Zelda game, which first got released on the N64, and that is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This is the 3D version of it. And plus we also had this on the GameCube, but it wasn't in the 3D form, of course, why not? But fantastic. In my opinion, this is the definitive edition of the game, because you can turn on the 3D effect of the 3DS, and it really pops out. I mean, especially when you're in Kakariko Village, if I'm saying it correctly. I mean, when you turn on the 3DS effect, or the 3D effect, it's like the fairy dust is like coming right at you, It's just beautiful with the 3D turned on. Uh, Fantastic game. And I've never actually beat this game all the way through. I have played it to a certain point in the game, but I have beaten the final boss several times. But that was not my game. But this is a good Zelda game, and hopefully one day I will beat it all the way through on my own. Next are all Pokemon games, and I'm going to get them all. Gotta catch them all. Um, this one gets a lot of hate, which I understand why, because this series in the game series does not include gyms. They have trials. And this is Pokemon Sun, and I don't have Moon, and they also had Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I do plan to get them as well eventually. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it is, but compared to the other entries in the series, not really good. But it is a decent Pokemon game in my opinion. All the other ones are fantastic in my opinion. Pokemon Omega Ruby, which is basically a remake of Ruby, which was originally on the Game Boy Advance. So, awesome remake of that game. And, of course, I have Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, which is a remake of Pokemon Sapphire on the Game Boy Advance. And then you got the last two, which is Pokemon Y and Pokemon X. Fantastic Pokemon games, in my opinion. These games are really good. I believe this is the series, the entries in the series that first included, Mega Evolutions. And I thought that was very, very cool, how that mechanic for the evolutions worked. Awesome games, in my opinion. They're so good. So, that's my last two in my 3DS collection for 2020. So, thank you so much.